We're going inside the toy box with Up, so let's get cracking! Hello all my explorers, and welcome back to Loren's Adventures Out There. And if you're new, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. My name is Loren, and I'm with Castles, Capes, and Clones, where we discuss everything in the Disney universe. We talk Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, The Muppets, 20th Century, National Geographic, Disney Plus, Hulu, ABC. If it's about Disney, we are talking about it. So if you like that kind of content, we'd love it if you would subscribe to our channel, hit the bell for notifications, and do like this post, as it really does help us out. So we are continuing our series Inside the Toy Box, which is our look at the films of Pixar Animation Studios in chronological order. And today we are talking about one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Pixar film, and that is 2009's Up. Up tells a story of an elderly man named Carl who, with the loss of his wife, lost a zeal for his life. When he is about to be forced into a retirement home, Carl uses all of his balloons to get his house to fly to Paradise Falls, which is where his wife and him wanted to visit. But due to life getting in the way, they never made it there. Carl soon learns he has a stowaway in Russell, the wilderness explorer. He then finds himself going on a grand adventure with Russell, a talking dog named Doug, and a giant bird named Kevin. While he increasingly gets frustrated with everybody, he slowly begins to remember what life is about: the adventure. Pete Docter originally dreamed Up in 2004. Titled Helium's Up, the story was about a flying house that could take you anywhere when life gets too hard. Bob Peterson, his co-director, was pulled away to work on Ratatouille for a while, and so actor and writer Tom McCarthy came in to help with Peterson being gone. He was the one who came up with Russell. Doctor came up with Carl after drawing a picture of a grumpy old man holding balloons. McCarthy and Doctor liked the idea of an older main character because they could mine the humor on his view of life. Originally, the story was going to be about two brothers from a floating city on an alien world who fall to the planet and find a giant bird who helped them understand each other. But the story got too convoluted, and the floating city became a flying house, and balloons would be used to keep the house afloat. The story reflects Doctor's friendships with his mentors, Disney veterans Frank Thomas, Ollie Johnson, and Joe Grant, all of whom died before the film's release, and for whom the film is dedicated. He based Ellie mostly on Grant's personality, who had the joie de vivre that character had, while Carl was based on characters played by Spencer Tracy and Walter Matthau and the like. The problem was trying to figure out what Carl does next. They couldn't just have him on a suicide mission to be with his wife, so they decided to have him go to South America, which is where the two dreamed of going. It would also allow for a scenario where Carl would literally be stuck with Russell, as there would be no authorities to turn him in. Russell, as a child, would serve as somebody to challenge Carl. Doug was actually from another project Doctor and Peterson were working on, but it didn't come through, and so they brought him over to this project. The idea of a talking dog would give Carl somebody else to talk to, as Doug and Kevin were written into the story before Russell was. The filmmakers worked closely with a veterinarian and dog behaviorist to get down what a dog might actually realistically be thinking and say out loud. The filmmakers auditioned 400 actors for Russell. Jordan Nagai, who was Japanese American, did not originally intend to audition. He had accompanied his brother to the audition, but the filmmakers saw something in Jordan and ended up casting him. The model for Russell was Pixar storyboard artist and director Peter Son, who is Korean American. Filmmakers traveled to Monte Roraima at the junction of Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana, which would serve as the inspiration for Paradise Falls. They also spent time at the Sacramento Zoo to observe a Himalayan monal, for which Kevin was inspired. The characters were based on shapes. Carl was a square, Russell was an egg, and Doug was a triangle. Up would be the third score composer Michael Giacchino would work on for Pixar. Doctor wanted the music to convey emotions, so Giacchino developed a character theme based score. He compared the film to opera because each character had a unique theme. Giacchino won the Academy Award for Best Original Score, the Grammy Award for Best Original Soundtrack Album, the Golden Globe Award for Best Original Score, and the 2010 BAFTA Award for Best Film Music. It is the first score for a Pixar film to win an Oscar. Randy Newman also won for Monsters, Inc. and Toy Story 3, but in the category of Best Original Song. Box office wise, Up made $735.1 million worldwide. It would hold the record for having the highest opening weekend for a 3D film until it was surpassed by James Cameron's Avatar later that year. Critically, Up scored 98% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, with critical consensus stating, an exciting, funny, and poignant adventure. Up offers an impeccably crafted story, told with wit and arranged with depth, as well as another visual Pixar treat. At the Academy Awards, Up received nominations for Best Picture, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Sound Editing, and won for Best Animated Feature and Best Original Score. The film's other nominations include 9 Annie Awards, it won 2, 4 British Academy Film Awards, it won 2, 4 Critics' Choice Awards, it also won 2, and 2 Golden Globe Awards, winning both. It was also named one of the 10 best films of 2009 by the American Film Institute and the National Board of Review, where it also won Best Animated Film. Doug Days, a short-form series set after the events of Up, premiered on Disney Plus, and a short, Carl's Date, was originally set to be on Disney Plus as well, but is now scheduled to be released theatrically before Pixar's June 2023 feature film Elemental. So, what did I think of Up? As I mentioned before, it is one of my favorites, if not my favorite. It kind of goes up, inside out, up, inside out. I absolutely love this film for many different reasons. One, they have a Asian American character in here who's just an Asian American. You know, that's just part of who they are. They're also a wilderness explorer. They're goofy. They're funny, and he doesn't know martial arts, which is another plus for that character. I just love Russell. I am Russell deep down inside. He's my soul character. And then I also, of course, the first, 10 minutes, 15 minutes of the film, the Married Life Suite, as it is known, just rips my heart out every time. I don't even have to watch the whole movie. I just can watch that part. But the glory of that part is not just because it's sad, but the storytelling is amazing. There's no words in that sequence at all. It's all just the score and the animation. And the fact that they could convey that message and make people cry so much that, I mean, it's brilliant. It's brilliant storytelling. I remember when I first saw the promotionals for this, I was like, okay, this they're doing a film about a flying house. What the heck? I remember thinking, Pixar has lost its mind. This has got to be the stupidest idea. And then when they introduced Russell, I started becoming interested in it because, as you know, representation matters to me, and I always go to support a film that has Asian American characters or Asian American actors. That's just who I am. And when I saw it, it was just magic to me. And again, it's not just because of Russell. I mean, Russell is a big part of why I love Up, for me personally. But I think that the storytelling is just absolutely brilliant in that film. And the score, Michael Giacchino's masterpiece. Honestly, I think that it's amazing. So anyway, did you see Up, and what did you think of it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. And if you had a good time today, we would love it if you would subscribe to our channel, hit the bell for notifications, and do like this post, as it really does help us out. Visit us on all of our socials down below. Visit our website at www.castlescapesandclones.com. Thank you so much, and we will see you later. Bye!